Ladies and gentlemen and others, welcome to our 300 subscribers special. An amazing duel between the immaculate and incredible Crest Knight.
Greetings, everyone.
And the troublemaker himself, the mad lad Vire.
Well, hello.
Yes, Vire's got a little bit of a redesign, which you'll learn more about here shortly. And also, DMing this wonderful mini session is our wonderful Blaze.
Hello, everybody. I'm super excited to see how this one goes.
All right, with that being said, let's hit the music and get started, shall we?
All right. We open up this session in Fudo City. Currently, Crest, you are walking along the street, looking for a very familiar bar that you've been to a few times before.
What was it? The Outcast? No. The Reanimator? No, that's stupid.
And you walk up to the familiar Renegade.
Renegade. Gets me every time.
Yep, it's one of those bars set off at the side of the road. The side of the road. Just a single door leading into it and a small sign above it. As you go in, you see the familiar sight of the inside of the Renegade. It is a nice little dive bar, a bit smoky. You can smell a bunch of salty bar food. You can see a lot of different liquor bottles and stuff along the walls. You see a couple of patrons. You see a little border collie, a black and white border collie sitting in the corner. And you see a very familiar face, Vire.
You just sitting behind the bar, cleaning glass.
V,
Crest.
you got the thing?
Yeah. You're gonna need to wait till I close up, though.
Oh, my apologies. That's the other thing. I'm talking about the thing. And I gesture over to the border collie. You know, of the snack variety.
No. He reaches, grabs something, kind of tosses it over to you. As he tosses it in midair, you see the ears perk up. The dog turns and looks, and you see sunglasses on the dog. As it then runs over to Crest.
Here you go, Ari. Who's a good girl? Here's a snack.
Area immediately just gobbles it down. Sunglasses on, of course.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Mm-hmm.
On the collar, you can just read it says "Rad Airy."
Crest Knight will never say it out loud. God damn, that is one rad dog.
Right. The day goes by relatively quickly. It is already in the afternoon as the patrons slowly one by one leave. Is there anything you guys are talking about or doing in the meantime?
I guess if there's anything that Vire needs help with around the bar, I can go ahead and do some menial tasks for the day to help things go along.
Ah, perfect. He puts an apron on you and gives you a big tub, and it's just like, grab the dishes. And then
Just like basic training. Get over here, you plates. You shall be cleansed of your impurities.
Anyways, the day ends, right? You know, a Vire walks over, locks the door, flips the sign that says closed, right? Turns around, looking at Crest, yelling at the dishes. Oh, jeez.
This madness will not defeat me. I'll need to use the heavy-duty soaps.
Deal with the dishes later, Crest. We have business to attend to.
Oh, folds apron.
We'll be back, Ari. Watch the bar while I'm gone.
Area just hops up on top of the counter and lays down for a nap. The two of you,
As V walks past, pets Ari.
the two of you make your way to the back of the bar, where go ahead and describe how you open this up.
So he goes to the back of the bar. There's a picture frame. A young child with red and black hair, right? A bunch of other people. As he grabs it and moves it, and the wall shifts and opens.
Revealing the Dive Center, this huge, technologically advanced dueling arena. Two of you enter. It is quite the sight to behold, Crest. You've never seen one this advanced. The only ones you think that might be this advanced are Makona ones you've heard of.
Man, Fudo City must have some really lax zoning codes if they let you build this inside your little dive bar.
Well, it helps when you save the city a few times.
Yeah, I guess the hero status helps out a bit. So this place is more secure, right?
It's secure, but I wouldn't really talk about much.
I'm gonna keep my lips zipped about that kind of stuff.
Good. Now, on to the reason why I told you to come here today. Did you do it?
I've been trying. Maybe it's these test modules or something, but I can't get it to stick. Here, pass me the real one. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
He draws a card from his deck and tosses it at Crest.
I catch it between the fingers and then I flip it around until the card manifests into its own driver. Okay. Lock it onto the belt, grab both ends, pull it from the sides to unleash the dragon gear that's inside of it. 2 keys, flip out, takes them out, changes their position, puts them in, twists, dragon drive, full power! And then the aura starts swirling up, charging energy as armor plates start showing up randomly across the body. But then at about 20%, all of the little bits start to like spark and then explode out, canceling the process.
Kind of explode. Vire, like, if you were looking at him, he moved like half an inch over as one of them flies past his head. Yeah. I figured that might happen.
I don't get it. Amy picked it up like it was nothing, and you already trained Angel to do it.
I didn't train Angel. Angel just watched.
So
But
there's 2 people that can henshin, just like it's nothing, and I'm stuck here trying to. I'm doing the yell. I'm doing the procedure. It's not sticking.
the yell and the procedure isn't the thing. There's a severe disconnect between you and your deck. Look, understand this. He pulls 2 cards from his deck, right? Well, he pulls 1 card from his deck and another one you see as he reaches in and grabs it from his, inside his jacket, right? He flips one over. This is Sacred Driver. I got it with my fight with Shen. You saw.
Begrudgingly.
This came from a connection with my deck giving me power. However, there's a tint of hope in it. This is the good side of my deck. Something that'll push me to move forward. This card, on the other hand. He flips over and it's, the corrupted driver, right? The card is black. It looks like data isn't fully there. I made this a long time ago. It's a darker side of my deck that I'd rather not use. And so I don't. Slides that one back into his jacket pocket. But it's still a part of me. The thing is, while you've understood things about your deck, you haven't really connected with it. Not in the way you need to. He grabs his wrist. You see he kind of like opens his hand a couple of times as he runs his fingers across his wrist a little bit. All right. Get out your dimension disc. I'm gonna duel you right here and now.
Oh, really?
We're gonna fight like your life depends on it. Because in the end, it does.
Alright. You know what? After you're saying such reckless stuff as I haven't connected with my deck, yeah, I think I've gotta school you a little bit on what it means to say stuff like that, okay? Me and Chthon have had more duels together than you can count.
Dueling with someone constantly doesn't merit connection. But if you're so confident, then put your money where your mouth is and show me.
Oh. Good. Good. I've been waiting for this to happen. Having to watch you square off against Pipsqueak during the tournament made me... Ooh, boy, if I wasn't working on something more important, I'd be hopping mad. So I want some of that stuff you were giving the Pipsqueak. I ain't letting him walk away with the Battlecade Championship without getting my shot at the real champ.
Alright. I'll come at you with everything I got.
And as long as this place is secured, I'll do the same thing to you. And as Crest pulls out his own deck, there's this kind of translucent, like, shackles that manifest around the deck. You weren't the only one holding back while playing in public, buddy.
Well, alright then. We'll take our positions, and after that, it's time to duel.
Hell yeah.
All right, the 2 of you take your positions on opposite sides of the arena. Well, what color would you consider Crest's color, Nova?
He's kind of like silvers and blues.
All right. Silver and blue envelop the entire side of the arena you're standing on. What about you, Shira? What color would Vire be?
It's purple and red.
Purple and red envelop the other side. And in the center, both colors seem to be fighting for supremacy on what gets to cover the entire arena as the two of you begin your duel.
I am a rogue, so...
Go ahead and roll for prep. Go ahead and take a +1 to it as well, since you know Crest's deck pretty well.
12.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you
Hell
get to ask. That's 3 prep, right? Because you have the bonus prep thing?
I got
Alright.
three prep and an advantage then?
Yep. Also, you get to ask 2 questions about his deck.
Well, at this point, I think I've seen a lot of his deck, but
You are still allowed to ask.
what does his deck like to do on date night? No.
Well, first up.
Long walks on the beach. To be fair, because Vire would ask this, what's your deck's gimmick?
Deck's gimmick is throwing as many horned dragons into the grave as possible to get them under Dragon of the Three-Horned Crest to attack for game.
Okay. Did you say I had 2 questions or just 1?
You have to.
What types are in your deck?
We're talking dragons, baby.
Okay. Because while I know that, the audience may not.
Fair enough.
Yeah, get a.
That is a newly implemented mechanic for Dimension Chasers. All right.
Tags, baby! Anyways,
All right. With that, I believe
we're doing a 4 life point, right?
4 life points. I believe Crest was challenged.
Yes, Crest was challenged.
In that case, Crest, you can choose to go first or second.
My good friend Vire, Mr. Ashburn, if you will, I would like you to take the first move.
Me take first? Oh, I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe you've done this.
I'm always out here doing this to people.
Yep, yeah, you are. All right. So I go first. I don't draw on first turn, right?
Correct.
All right. So first thing we're gonna do, I am gonna activate VD search function. This allows me to search for a card in my deck.
No issues from me.
Awesome. How dare you?
It has been succumbed to the void.
It left. Anyways, so the first thing I'm gonna do, right? It's a classic at this point.
Dimensions Driver. Warning, 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 warning. Hell's viral enemy, VDX. Hell, fire.
I am now a normal warrior, and that is all I can do this turn. As seeing as Dimension Driver is no longer my ace, it no longer has follow-up.
Ah, classic Vire. Can't keep your hands off the field for a second, can you?
That be correct.
All right. Well, Crest Knight draws the blade. The classic Dignus S East Praida crawls itself along the edge of the blade, to which Crest responds, "Hell yes." And as he slams the blade into his shield to create his dimension disc, those shackles around the desk, his deck shatter. And then he draws his opening hand.
As he, of course, slams the blade in, there's almost a shockwave that comes from his dimension disc. Vire, you can feel the pressure coming from his deck.
Oh no, I can almost feel that.
The students of the Dragon Arts Dojo don't just pick up a deck and goldfish it over and over again. We don't go to tournaments and gain accolades just for the sake of it. They have spirits within. We commune. We learn from each other. And it's time to teach you what that means. I draw upon Cathan's knowledge for my first play. Crest Knowledge. This card will allow me to draw 2 cards and put one of them from my hand on the bottom of my deck. So, normal warrior, armor up. Well, I don't see much of a reason to keep waiting around. I reach over to the driver and I put my hands back on the keys. Yeah. But you know what? I think you were right about something, Vire.
Oh, what was that?
I've been following your lead on this whole thing. I've been trying to mimic you. I've been trying to copy what Amy had accomplished. But I gotta walk my own road on this one. Besides, belts are so out of fashion. And he snaps the driver off of his belt buckle, and with a flick of his dimension driver arm, the shield reopens, showing all kinds of like data lines and streams from within. And he jams the driver into the dimension disc.
That's an interesting take. So come on, Crest. Show me what you got.
You got it! And he pulls the sword out of the dimension disc as the dimension disc itself slices in two, hovers around him, and begins, like, phasing his armor in as... Horn Dragon Crest! Synchronizer mode online!
Form Lindworm active. The scales of the dragon give way to speed that outruns thunder.
Crest Knight's armor is now, a lot of it has given way to this very, spandexy look. Much more Power Rangers themed. The big difference is that his helmet now wraps around entirely his face. It still has, like, the eye visor, but now the mouth part just has this kind of, like, dragon maw to it. He has a big, shield around his chest plate area. Oh, that's different. You didn't warn me that there would be this outrageous burst of heroic spirit whenever you mention.
Well, it depends on who you are. But yeah, something like that.
Oh, wow, okay. Alright. I'm going to focus and use the effect of my Horn Dragon Synchronizer. Once per turn, I can take a Horn Dragon Warrior from my graveyard or my hand and equip it to myself. I'm going to equip Third Horn Dragon.
Alright then.
Like with Chthon, I also get strengthened whenever I'm equipped with an item card. This will put me to normal as well, and when I attack, I can take on the effect of one Horn Dragon Warrior that's equipped to me that I haven't applied its effect to that turn. Now, Sniper's not gonna be useful, because I can't really attack you directly, but this does mean I have enough to punch you right in your smug-looking helmet! And I'm gonna attack.
Alright, so we clash, right?
Yeah, roll a total of 6.
You're gonna lose that fight. Unless you want to do something about it.
You know what? Early enough in the duel, I'll take the point of damage. No, Crest can taste a little of his own medicine on this one as he like rushes in. As the Third Horn Dragon equips, there's this brilliant topaz like horn spike that materializes on his right arm as he goes in to just punch Vire.
As you're rushing, he kind of moves out of the way, right? Spins a little bit, and then just with the palm of his hand, hits you in the back of the head.
Feeling the rush doesn't mean you rush in.
Okay, tough guy. Cool line. I get it. Okay.
It's not about being cool in this moment. You've achieved power that rarely gets achieved by most people. In reality.
Well, unfortunately, I'm only equipped with one Horn Dragon card, and my attacks are limited to how many Horn Dragons I have equipped, so... Your go!
Alright, with that, Vire draws a card.
I play Virtual Diver 04 Hazard Noir. When Hazard Noir gets onto the field for the first time, it gains Overwhelm. Now, having that, Hazard Noir will attack you directly. Will attack you.
And that should be 2 damage?
That will be 2, yeah.
Next up, I'll activate Dimension Hellfire's ability and armor up. When this happens, I also gain Overwhelm. So now I'm a normal with Overwhelm. And now I'm coming at you, Crest.
And, Vire goes to kick him.
I take the hit on wherever you're gonna land that thing. I'll spend my first advantage to keep myself in the game.
Well, alright. With that, I'll end my turn, Crest.
Damn, when you said you weren't gonna hold back, you weren't kidding. Alright, let's turn this up a little bit. I'll go ahead and play Knight of Horned Dragon. This weak warrior, when summoned, allows me to send a Horned Dragon warrior from my deck to the graveyard, so that I can add a non-ace Horned Dragon warrior from my deck to my hand. Anything you gotta say to that, Masked Warrior?
No. You're good. I still have the advantage.
The card I'm sending to the graveyard is Chthon, Dragon of the Three-Horned Crest. And I'll be adding first Horned Dragon from my deck to my hand.
Oh dear.
Now, I'll go ahead and use the effect of my Horned Dragon Synchronizer. I'll take that first Horned Dragon from my hand, and I'll equip it to myself as an item card. This will bring me up to Strong, and he allows me to gain Piercer 1 when I destroy a card in battle. God, that Henshin card is looking so good to destroy right now. But then I wouldn't get to punch you in the face. And that's just not gonna fly. So, instead, I'll just go ahead and activate one of my staples, Spirit of Ancient Dragon. This allows me to strengthen one of my warriors on the field, so I'm gonna go ahead and give my knight a little bit of a boost. Now, let's try this one more time. Reaches his arm back, the topaz spike materializes on his right arm, and he's gonna go in for an attack on Vire.
Okay.
And then, pulls back his left arm, as first Horned Dragon's kind of helixing horn appears, and is going to slug him for a second attack with his second strike.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a prep to counter his attack with my counter spell variant. Let me
Sounds
borrow you
good.
guys again.
And counterspell? Yeah, counterspell variant can do that, yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11.
So yeah, reels back, goes to punch in with the corkscrew horn.
As you go to try to strike him, you hit him and pierce through him, and then you see it like him glitch out, like, and he appears next to you.
Whoa. Okay. Haven't seen you do that one before.
Well, I am a virus.
Yeah. I think you might be giving yourself a bit too much credit here. You're a bug, and I'm gonna stomp you like one. Knight, get a shot in. Attack him. And he's gonna need to roll, because he's a normal. That's 7. So yeah, Knight of Horned Dragon flies in on their mount, swipes in with their sword to try and get a piece of the action.
As he hits him, Vire does, punch through the warrior as it shatters into data.
There we go. 1-1. Who's got the advantage now?
Pretty sure it's still me.
Well, you can certainly show me what you're made of. Go ahead.
So, Vire draws, right?
I see. So I finally have what I need. I'll activate the card Virtual Hell and destroy your Horned Dragon Synchronizer Wingworm.
Wait, what? That's the whole reason we're doing this training, though!
You're right. However, it's a duel. And at the end of the day, you still gotta be able to beat me.
Yeah, the blast tears through the synchronizer, and Crest's mode depowers into his previous knight form. Oh, I'm gonna make you regret that so hard.
Very well. The next card I activate is Climax Battle. Now, no other effects can affect what's inside. And I go to attack you directly.
I'll take this shot. I'll spend my advantage.
He runs up, hits the driver, energy comes from his leg as he goes to you and kicks you in the chest.
Okay. So, anything else you feel like dropping on me? Anvil, tragic backstory tidbit?
He grabs his wrist again. No, I'm pretty good. It's your turn now.
Yeah, I bet you are. Draw! So, the infamous Climax Battle. You've been winning a lot of games with this thing. Warriors may attack, block, or use their effects that have versus counters on them. Let's go ahead and lead with Vitalizing Horned Dragon. I call you to the field now. This normal warrior has life drain, so when it defeats something in combat, I gain a life, and when this card is destroyed, I gain a life. As it gets up into the field, it gets enveloped in. Could you describe to me the process by which Vitalizing Horned Dragon becomes part of the Climax battle?
Yeah. So when Climax Battle activated, it turned into this it turned into the town outside, right? Like city, there are streets. Me and you are in the center of it. As Vitalizing Horned Dragon gets absorbed, you see people turning, pointing at Vitalized Horned Dragon like it's a monster, screaming at it like it's a kaiju-sized beast. And people cheering, Vire in the background like he's the hero.
And here I thought this was supposed to be a synchronous effect. Looks like the crowd gets to be on your side, though.
It's just a memory.
Yeah, well, I didn't sign up to go down a little trip down memory lane with you. Vitalizing Horned Dragon, attack into Vire. And it rushes in, its Amethyst Horn runs into you, but inevitably... Oh, wait, you're still normal, right?
I'm a normal, yep.
Oh, yeah, I guess I will roll.
Roll your dice.
Alright, let's go... Hamsteak Rebels. That's a 5. Okay.
So your card is destroyed.
Okay, cool. The thing that I thought would happen normally happened anyway. So when Vitalizing Horned Dragon is swatted back by you, it's like gem dust kind of coalesces around me and I gain a life point out of it.
Okay.
And this is where the invocation part of this comes in. Folks, it's time to assemble the Crest. With this effect, I summon Chthon, Dragon of the Three-Horned Crest, or a warrior that mentions it from my graveyard. Thankfully, Knight set them into the graveyard right near the beginning. Then, it applies its effect, equipping 3 Horned Dragon monsters from the graveyard to it as items. I choose First Horn, Third Horn, and Vitalizing Horned Dragon. But that's fine by me, because I wouldn't want to beat you to death with yourself. I want that honor for me. This brings Chthon up from weak to normal to strong to overwhelmingly strong. I told you I was gonna make you regret this. You shouldn't have messed with the synchronizer, old man.
Well, then give me your best shot.
Every day of my life. Chthon! Attack with Vitalizing Horned Dragon first. I'll go in and I'll swing at Vire with Chthon.
Okay. I'm going to spend a prep to negate that attack. 13.
Okay. I will use Chthon's effect to destroy the item that was used for the attack to gain an additional attack. I will destroy Vitalizing Horned Dragon, which will trigger its effect again, giving me 1 life. You can't stop me that easily, V! Attack number 2, Chthon! Strike!
As you do that, you see him click from the belt as the armor that he has been wearing pops off, takes the hit, and goes into the graveyard.
I'm guessing you forgot about armor up, didn't you?
Oh, I'd seen you do that armor up maneuver. Thankfully, I didn't have to prepare anything special, because Chthon's multi-attack continues for a 3rd time. I'm going to destroy First Horned Dragon, and now I'm going to attack you again.
You're only a normal now.
That's true. And I've got to roll well eventually. All right, attack, roll. That's 6 plus 1 from tension is 7.
Both live or both die.
I think it's 8 to get to that point, right?
No, it was
7 to 9.
Oh, it was 7 or 9. Okay. Right was here. No, you know what? I haven't used any of my character abilities yet. I rolled a 6. Folks, you've seen the short. You love the short.
I don't love the short. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's time to use the first of my 2 plot armors. Twice per duel, if I roll a 6 or lower, I can choose to re-roll the die. Okay, that is 8. Plus 1 is 9, so I'm still in that. I'm still in the both live, both die category.
You have the Mark of Destiny.
I do have the Mark of Destiny. That one does let me make any dice roll be whatever I want it to be. Oh, boy. Oh, what the heck? What else am I going to be rolling dice for this? I'll go ahead and take a mark on my Mark of Destiny. Crest leans into the energy of his Dragon Arts dojo, his connection with Chthon, leans into its magic once again, taking us one step closer on the destruction track.
Oh
But I
my
will
God.
choose to roll a 12 on this dice. And there we go. The advantage. I have worn down the advantages, finally. Alright, and that will destroy Third Horn Dragon as well. Okay, old man. Think you can get up after that beating?
Fortunately, I think I can. I draw. I now activate the card. Sacred Driver.
Oh,
Full recovery! Sacred Driver! Light overcoming darkness. Light overcoming darkness. Every light casts a shadow. VDX. Sacred Fire. A warrior saved with holy fire.
Ah, that's it. That's what I've been waiting to see.
Now, since I have Hazard Noir in the graveyard, I'm strengthened from a weak warrior to a normal.
Mm-hmm.
Which is stronger than yours, right?
It sure is.
But I'm gonna press my advantage. I'm gonna activate my staple install upgrade, allowing me once again to strengthen, making me a strong warrior, and I attack.
Chthon doesn't have any armor to withstand the attack, so whatever blast you've got is gonna tear right through her.
With this, right, the wings ignite from him as he flies forward, right? Pulling back, he gets into a kick as you see this circle of flames overtake him like a drill, burrowing through her as he lands next to you.
Okay, so you got some fire wings. Any other tricks hiding in there?
I think that would be my turn.
All right, I draw. Before we commit to making any other plays, it's about time I dug deep into the draconic databanks, activating Crest Knowledge, drawing 2, and putting 1 back into the bottom of my deck. Then, I'll summon Dragoon of Horned Dragon. The mighty Dragon Knight is summoned forth, spear forward from the magic circle. This weak dragon warrior, when summoned, equips a warrior from my grave to this card as an item. When this card is destroyed, I summon a Horned Dragon warrior that was equipped to this card as an item, but that warrior can't attack this turn. And the warrior that I choose is Chthon, Dragon of the Three-Horned Crest.
So does that strengthen it, or what?
Nope, unfortunately the Dragoon doesn't have the ability to channel its draconic might. Just turn it into a accessory, whose power will be unleashed soon.
I see.
Got anything for that, old man?
Go ahead. Anything else in your bag of tricks?
Oh yeah, I'm not waiting to let you do whatever kind of nonsense you've got in there before I have a chance to utilize my full power. Dragoon of Horned Dragon, attack into Holy Vire. It'll crash, spear forward, and as it gets consumed by your fiery aura on the attack, its effect will...
I counter it.
Uh-oh.
Using my prep, I counter that. 15.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But I'm out of advantage and prep now. You've used it up.
Oh yeah, I want to hear how you counter it. I've got to see.
So as the Dragoon comes forward, he jumps to the side, grabbing it. As he does, this light envelops it, and as the spirit of the Chthon starts to come out, right? Vire grabs it, right?
No, hey, get your hands off that!
As you see, as the energy from Chthon then goes in and ignites out the back of his wings.
What the hell? No one's ever managed to do that before.
You're doing well, Crest. I'll give you that. You've pressed all of my advantages and kept me at 1 life.
You know, your little climax battle here seems a little inconsistent. I thought other stuff wasn't supposed to get in the way of our battles.
He just like looks at you. You can see the head tilt. You can feel in it. He's just like, really?
Alright. Fine. You've got your opening. Bring it on, Warrior of Light.
Well, I guess it would be mean to keep this going, right? For too much longer. So I'm gonna critical strike and attack you twice. with the almost like the wings of a phoenix that somehow turn into a dragon, you can see using your own power against you, Vire comes at you with the spirit of himself and Cathan as he hits you with a rider kick, dealing 4 damage.
Ugh.
And that's game over.
The arena is enveloped in purple. What was it? Purple and red?
Yeah, purple and red.
Is enveloped in purple and red as you finish off Crest Knight. The system announces you as the winner, Vire. How are you feeling after that dual Crest?
Oh, pretty slighted. He like balls a hand again, like he just slams it on the bottom of the duel field. What the hell was that?
That was a duel, Crest. You notice that as he says that, it looks like his left arm is completely locked up. Like I said, it was a duel. As he falls to a knee.
The thing that you were supposed to. Whoa, hey. Hey, as someone who's had some arm problems recently, you're not looking so hot in the digit department.
He slowly gets up, rotates his shoulder, grabs his wrist, and opens his hand a few times. I'm fine. Look, the training was to get you to understand. You have to do it your own way. You can't be like me. You can't be like Ellie. And you can't be like anyone else. That isn't how these powers work. When you henshined, that was it. Past that, it was a test of skill. And to be perfectly honest, you pushed me to my breaking point. You can be mad about the results. However, you did very good, Crest.
I'm mad that you didn't let me fight you on equal terms.
But you did fight me on equal footing.
I needed more time with Henshin. I wanted to learn how you fought. You can talk about all this winning stuff all day long. Trust me, I've given the same speech to everyone else. Honestly, I think they're tired of hearing it, but if they would learn their lesson, I wouldn't have to. But, and he kind of like darts his hand out to like grab Vire's wrist.
He's not able to react to you as you do it, as you grab his wrist.
What's going on here, buddy?
Like I said, I'm a virus.
And I kind of rotate his arm around to try and like check underneath his glove.
I mean, it doesn't really stop you. It doesn't seem like it can at this point. And it's underneath his glove is solid black.
What in the world?
He does kind of eventually pull his hand from yours. That isn't something for you to worry about.
Like hell it is. We're in this whole saving the world thing together. Now, what is going on here?
He leans back, kind of puts his arms together. Every time I duel, I slowly start dying.
What?
I can't tell you why or what happened. You'd get kicked. But regardless to that fact, every time I henshin, I get closer and closer. The stronger my henshin, the worse off it is.
Wait, so during a training match, you went full throttle against me, knowing full well that that was going to progress the more you did that?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I thought Heroes of the Realm were supposed to be responsible.
In what world do I look like a hero to you, Crest? I haven't been a hero in a long time. But I told you I'd go all out. I did it to the best of my ability. I gave you what you wanted. Not just that, I did what I wanted. At the end of the day, if I'm gone, you have to be strong enough to deal with it. Do you understand why I went all out?
Yeah, I understand. I understand that you're a guy with a big martyr complex who thinks that the entire world is sitting on his shoulders.
Not the entire world.
Next time we do one of these little training exercises, you find me someone else who knows how to do this. That way I'm not squaring up against an invalid.
You want to go again and say that to me?
No, because I don't want you to have your life drained even more than it already is. We just had this conversation.
Then don't call me an invalid. Look, we don't have much time. They're planning something big. Not just the one group, but the other one too.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have time to sit at the sidelines, just because I might not feel good. Is it stupid? You damn well know that I know that. But it doesn't matter. There isn't much of a choice. You need to get stronger to deal with it, and so do they. And by the way, they can't know.
It's better that they don't. They don't have the skills for it, to be honest.
Look, all this training was rough. Do you want something to eat?
I suppose 3 square meals a day is part of the warrior's diet.
Alright, then I'll go cook something. Go keep Airy company while I do.
No, this extra dimensional food isn't gonna do it or this digital food isn't gonna do it for me. I think I'm gonna head back and do something, and as a way to log out really quickly, I know that you feel like you've got to do this because it's the only chance that you've got left. But if we go through all of this, and you go through all of that, I don't want to be the one left behind telling all of your friends what happened to you while they were carded. And then Crest just blinks out of existence for saying that.
Oh my god. Yeah, you blink out of existence as you say that. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. Now, could you go ahead and give us the read-off?
Alright, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell. You know how all this works. We love and appreciate all of you, and we'll be doing probably a 500 subscriber video in the near future. So if you have any suggestions on what you want to see, please write them down in the box below. That helps us, and it helps the algorithm too, actually. But thank you very much to Golden Nova and Zero to Zero for making this exhibition match as fantastic as it was. With some out-of-character lore drops for the Dimension Chasers community that the Dimension Chasers main cast don't know about yet. Look. I, the player, know it. I, the character, do not.
Fair enough.
With that being said, thank you once again, everybody. Hope you have yourselves a wonderful night, and we'll catch you all on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.